So we have like that.
Okay, let me look cute. Oh, no, man, like what if I find a husband through this video?
Yo, your mom's sitting there going, eh?
Change.
So it would be good to just create more friends within our community. Next time,
what about you? I just feel like the majority of them, and I do try when we meet out in public, I just feel
what?
Like if I try that, I'll be like, where are you from? Burundi. Where's that? I'm like, East Africa. Oh, is that near South Africa? No, bitch. I feel like it ain't. Not even close, but okay.
Do you want me to talk for another 20 minutes?
Oh, the food.
We can go on, girl. We can go on. We can go on.
Definitely.
The food.
We're good.
As well.
The food.
Sorry, what?
Amandazi. Isombe.
Nah, chapati.
Ibitoke.
Oh!
We can't neza though.
Not ugali. I'm over it.
Right?
Oh,
It's cooked.
palau.
Plow.
Palau. I was trying to think of it. I was like, it's brown.
It's red.
Yeah. With ugali. Oh my days. Come on. Those two combinations. You know, ibitoke, ibiharage, isombe, ubugari, even though some people don't like it.
Yeah, the food, because the food is like very unique and it's not the same to many other cultures. It's very yum. Yeah.
The banter, like how we can get each other's jokes.
I enjoy the dance and the fact that we actually have our culture anyways, you know? Because I guess it's not just like pavlova or gumboots, it's Zimbabwe.
And our language.
Our language is dope.
Like, you can roast in our language.
Yeah, you can really end a life. You know,
can
it's
literally,
great.
I guess some of like the traditional music, like just like discovering it on YouTube and stuff. I think it's weird that Burundians sing about cows and praise cows, but like people still eat beef. Like, I don't know, like I find that weird, but also like amusing and funny and cool at the same time.
For me, I think it's just having that culture and hearing things from my mom and seeing how much joy it brings her. It brings me happiness, and you know, one day I'll be able to go back to Burundi and experience a lot of the things for myself, and it will just be a good thing overall to have experience, stories, traditional dances or food just to have in life carrying with me, so I can give it to maybe my children just as my mum did for me. That we don't have anything there, that we're all living in poverty. It's not true, just because UNICEF.
I hate how most people don't know where it is on the map.
It's just awkward and embarrassing. You look more stupid than I do. The fact that you have never looked at a map before, like,
the language for Africa, for everyone, is clicking. They just come up to me, no, that's not my language. No, I'm being so serious. Some people think that that's the language of the whole continent.
And I've had a few people, maybe more so Africans, kind of like talk about like the tribal stuff, like Hutu, Tutsi, Twa, like who are you, which one are you part of? Within my generation and within younger people as well, like we don't like associate in that way with tribes and stuff, and I think that's a really cool thing to see, because we're not kind of stuck in that conflict and stuff that's been kind of affecting the country for so long.
Like, that's sad, you know? Do you speak South African? Go Afrikaans? Barakubaza ubabwiye ngo uturuka he, ukavuga ngo Burundi, bakuraba nkuko amaso akaguma blinking, ukibaza what?
But when parents think that I can't understand it is another level, because they just start gossiping about you and saying shit about you to other people that speak Kirundi, and it's like, excuse me, I know everything you just said. Just because I can't translate it into the same language that you like I'm supposed to be speaking doesn't mean I can't understand it.
I guess I'll probably say my parents, you know, because they like try to force us into getting like into the Burundian tradition, you know, like like no Burundi, you know, no Burundi, you know? Get comfortable, you know. This is where you're from, so I guess like I kind of like that. Them trying to teach us all where we came from.
Oh, I don't know their names, but those Burundian like kids, the Vine ones.
Ntabwo dushobora gusubiza amahera.
Hamagara manager.
Eh?
Hamagara manager.
Okay. Amakuru.
When uri marriage?
Ego, ndagufasha iki?
Man, ngarukanye isafiya mu amahera yanje.
Okay, nta ngorane. Urafise receipt?
No, ntayo mfise kandi simva ngamutamaye amahera yanje.
Okay, I first picked up most of like the hard Kirundi words from them because I'd ask my mom like what it means if I didn't know, and also just like the jokes were so relatable. Like what?
Yeah.
Like you sit there like yeah, and you show your mom and your mom's like agreeing, but like hey, you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like those two kids. Those are my favorite ones.
So obviously our day, first of all, like the family, because nibo bambere. That's the people you learn from. That hey, I'm Burundian. They teach you who you are. To get outside, like I
do have one that I lean more towards to. It will definitely be my mom. She's taught me or showed me a lot about my culture, which has opened my eyes up to it so that I can try and include myself more into it.
And then I guess social media wise, like you've got Burundian Vines, like those guys are awesome in terms of like pushing the culture and creating their own like little space in terms of what they see Burundian culture is, and just making fun of the little things that we do with our parents and siblings and things. And I think there's a few models now as well that represent Burundi across the world. That's really cool to see. You feel like, yo, like that is like someone that looks like me. Like, you know, like there's all those like little similarities across like the whole African diaspora. So
I'll say my family when I think about it, because they've been there for me, you know, when I needed them to really, really need them.
Communication, like a little bit more open-mindedness when it comes to different topics, from the really extreme ones to the small ones. Like we look up to the parents, and if the parents act and speak to each other in a specific way, subconsciously we pick that up. And if it's something that's not necessarily positive, you create just generations who repeat the same, not wrong, but maybe not so kind way or the greatest way of living.
That person
just
don't
keep it away from
try
children.
to influence others to go with you just because you don't agree with something. Like let them have their own perspective or experience with that particular person or situation, so they can make their own decisions instead of influencing them to make a decision for what you want them to. Like
I would want us to do like more activities together, like to bring us closer.
If the party says 5 p.m, I beg, turn up at 5 p.m. More involvement, because there is a little group that is trying to do these new things, trying to bring everyone together. But I think it will turn out more and we will do more together if there were more here.
I just want to see change through parents, mostly, I reckon. I think the parents, if they have drama with each other, they bring it upon the kids, and then the kids are stuck in the middle.
The mindset is one thing. Another thing is just remembering that urumurundi ntabwo uzoba ikindi kintu. You know, like you need to be proud of your own culture and of who you are and your language.
Reconnecting would be awesome to see. Like it's starting to happen again, but would be great on a more wider scale. And I would love for our elders to really step up, and lead through action.
Excited is a big word, eh? Just say. Excitement. Ooh, I don't know.
So what I'm excited about is seeing that we have recognized the troubles and problems in our community today, is that later in the future we will be really good, and we are starting to come as one community and do more things together so that we can show the world, or at least show New Zealand, what Burundian culture is like, but what Burundians are, what we do.
Well, pretty much all related at this point. Like, if we can hang out with people that we're not related to and we still get along with them and still the same culture, that was so quick. Why not we just branch out to the other people?
I guess I'm excited for the fact that because we've already acknowledged that there's an absence within the community, I think that where we go from there is the most exciting, and the generations to come don't have to face the same sort of destroyed relationships
and isolation from other people.
They get to have that immediately. They don't have to work for it the way that we've had to work for it.
I want everyone to come together as one. Like, I want to, like, we used to do like homework center, how everyone used to come together. We used to see everyone. Now we hardly don't see anyone. I wish
I
that
was
would come
never
back.
invited to that. I'm just saying. I'm like, what is this homework center?
I think that like starting here in New Zealand, like us Burundians coming together and actually being excited, celebrating Burundian Day, and maybe like around the globe, seeing other Burundians, you know, showing their tradition around there, and getting Burundian known. I think that's like what I'm excited about.
I think just in general more communication, more dialogue happening between everyone and fostering of community and connectedness. It's so needed, especially in a time like we're in now, like where some of us are like over 20 years deep in New Zealand. Like that's such a long time to be so far away from your ancestral home and like your heritage. So I think just connecting back to all of that, and like it makes such a difference to be able to tell those stories and know your history.
Yeah, like it's important.
You don't know how nervous you are unless you're like sitting in front of a camera.
Woo! Marriage!
Doesn't make it racist.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone! And no, don't do it in a rice cooker. That shit's lazy. Cook that rice in a pot.
It has to be like that, the metal pot.
Yeah.
You know the one that they bought from Africa?
Yeah, the metal pot with your oil, a little bit of salt.
Yes.
Don't put too much because some people don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then do everything. You put your water in it, let it cook, and then let it simmer for a bit. Put your plate over it. Ooh! Let the water dry out. Okay? Oh, remember, let the water dry out. And then turn it off and let it cook through. Open that plate up. Rice.
Okay.
So we have like that.
Okay, let me look cute.
Oh, Jesus.
No, like what? What if I find a husband through this video?
Yo, your mom's sitting there going, eh?
Change.
How, why, what?
What do you call it? Like. What about you?
Wow.
What?
I'll be like, where you from? Burundi. Where's that? I'm like, East Africa. Oh, is that near South Africa? No, bitch. It ain't. Not even close, but okay.
Do you want me to talk for another 20 minutes? We can go on, girl. We can go on. We can go on. We're good. Okay.